Hello, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of I Make Free Energy for you guys on YouTube. So yes, another claim of free energy on YouTube as usual, yes. At this time it's actually not a professional scammer, one of those who like to collect money from naive investors, and you know how it goes. This is rather like a clickbaiter, someone who likes to collect a bunch of clicks on YouTube, mystery YouTube wannabe, and of course take some hot glue, coil, and the motor, a light bulb, the usual stuff. Yes. So normally, as we know, they normally put batteries inside the base of a light bulb, and looks like shines itself without any external power. Yeah, sure. And the second common trick is actually to put batteries inside an electric motor. Yes, they're actually built in. You open up, put some lithium cells inside, and just short out the two LEDs here, and the motor will spin forever. Yeah. At the same time, you can also power another light outside, so it looks like there is energy forever. Well, in this particular video, it definitely caught my attention, because the guy using like an LED, so there was actually no space or room for any battery to be kind of be hidden anywhere. So it's still like a coil, a magnet, but at this point an LED. So there was kind of someone in the comments actually got pretty much tripped out about this thing and wanted to build it. Well, actually, one of the first comments was about actually skeptical open mind. Someone mentioned skeptical open mind, says skeptical open mind will kick your ass after this. I just want to say, everyone, skeptical open mind is not kicking anyone's ass. All I'm doing with my YouTube channel is rather to show you guys what a free energy claim looks like, in 2018, and then you make up your own mind. Simple as that. So the guy managed to delete the video within 24 hours, so I had no chance to download and show it to you. Too bad. However, I'm pretty sure the guy was going to repost it and change something on it. However, at the same time, what I'm gonna do today is actually to... Someone is calling me. Anyway, I'm gonna reproduce the experiment and I'm gonna reveal the trick. I rarely reveal the trick simply because it's a good chance for them to actually change the position, the location of the batteries all the time, and change the trick and repost the video, re-upload the video one more time, so and collect even more clicks. It becomes like a challenge, a challenge for them. Who's gonna find my battery? Let me see if you're skeptical open-minded will find the batteries and trick. It's not what this is not the purpose of my channel at all. That's why I normally don't show or reveal the trick. I hope you enjoy my channel, and without wasting any more time, let's go build such a device and explanation. Thank you, guys. So for this free energy recipe, as seen on YouTube, we need just about 3 components. The first ingredient would be our LED, just a common LED. It can also be some SMT LEDs mounted on, okay, this is one on aluminum flat surface for heat sinking. And then we also need a magnet, of course. A magnet, it's in every free energy video. People, I think that people think the magnets have like special properties of magical properties. Anyway, the third component would be copper coil. So size doesn't really matter. This one, I believe it's a 0.2, and then we need to wrap it on something, make a coil. So I've been using pretty much a ceramic standoff insulator, but you can use pretty much whatever you want. We're not gonna be using for the free energy device. So let's start wrapping this thing around. Let's start winding up. Okay, at this point we have our coil made. That's all we need. We need to slide it off the support very gently, kind of stuck there. There we go. So after this, a little bit of tape, and we tape down everything, secure it down. And this is supposed to be our free energy generator. We're pretty much done here. Yeah, believe it or not. So one pin for the LED on one side, and that's the other one. So yeah, there we go. Let's see if our free energy generator works here. I'm not kidding, that's all pretty much they show in the video. And of course, don't forget our magnet here. So the concept, it's supposed to be basically the magnet. There we go. Did you see that? It's all about the magnet here. So you leave the magnet on place and the LED starts shining. Okay, we don't need that one for a second. Check this out. It's all about the magnet. So they're showing the a static magnet over a coil can actually generate some electricity. Check this out. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? This is just insanely stupid. Very stupid. There is no electricity made. And I tell you more, there are no Tesla coils, because if there was a Tesla coil around me or some kind of magnetic field, that would turn this, definitely make this light lit. So there is no Tesla coil anything around it. As a matter of fact, that's not the trick. It's actually much easier than you think it is. So check this out. Super bright. There you go. Check this out. So now I'm gonna show you the trick at this point, because some people get, tripped out about this, and it does not work. You guys don't try to build this thing unless I show you the trick. And the trick is very simple. There we go. This is the trick. So if you guys still don't know what this thing is, let me give you a hint. There we go. Is that much clever now? That was the simple trick. There is a coil charging wireless system inside our toothbrush. And now we'll take a look how that thing works. So let's see if we can give a simple explanation of what's going on here. I will do this in the most elementary way, and basically for dummies. So yeah, here we have a very simple transformer made out of 4 legs. 2 are for the primary coil and 2 for the secondary coil. Now I understand that many of my followers are not actually electrical engineers, so it is a brief explanation. An electronic transformer is made out of mainly 3 components. A ferromagnetic core, such as this one, a primary coil with the X number of turns, a secondary coil with again X number of turns. An electronic transformer uses some AC current to step up or down a voltage. The number of turns in the primary and the number of turns in the secondary coil will determine how much voltage we are dealing with. So for instance, we are having 100 turns here and applying 120 volts. At the secondary, if we are having 100 turns, we are still having 120 volts. Well, actually, if we drop the amount of turns, for instance, only 50, then we end up having only 60 volts. We need to remember, as explained in my past videos, that we cannot create, we cannot destroy energy. The total amount of energy into a closed system must remain the same. So for instance, the total amount of energy, it's watts. And it's the result of voltage times the current. So for instance, if our transformer, it's a step up transformer, so we apply 120, and at the secondary we having more than 120 volts, so it's a step up transformer, obviously our current will drop. Yes, in order to balance the equation. Opposite, if it's a step down transformer, our voltage goes down, while our current can go up. So now, the first information we need when building a transformer, it's actually the number of turns. With the second information, it's actually the wire gauge, so how thick is the copper. That will tell us how much current we can handle. Otherwise, the transformer will get very, very hot and eventually burn up. The third, but not last information, it's actually the material of our core, ferromagnetic core. At this point, it can be any kind of ferromagnetic material with a well-specified permeability. Is that what it's called? Permeability. So now, in our case, we, as you can see, we do not have a magnetic core, a ferromagnetic core. We're just having air dividing the primary from the secondary. But that's okay, because air allows enough magnetic field to go through. So put down in a simple way. Here it's our primary coil that stands in the base of our two-brush charger. Well, actually what we just built, it's our secondary coil, this one. And what's happening here is that by applying an AC current to the primary, which is 120 volts, this coil would generate a magnetic field around it, just like a magnet. An alternating current field that it will induce a current into our secondary coil. Obviously, the amount of turns will be lower, simply because if we apply 120 volts and our LED takes merely 3 volts, the number of turns should be lower. So this one is a step down transformer. This one will be our secondary coil. Well, this one is going to be our primary coil with 120 volts. And this is what's happening here. There is no free energy, but a very simple trick. So I hope you enjoy my explanation and what's the trick behind the wireless charging system here and the free energy LED batteryless. So thank you guys for watching, and for sure I'll see you next video.